Maybe in the future, my daddy can heal his daddy wounds. I wonder if he knows they're there. And I can heal mine, and we can play basketball and tennis and golf and baseball. We can race down the hallways and catch frogs and feed them crickets. We can walk the same and sit on the kitchen counter the same and eat sweets and corn dogs. I can learn things about where I got all this stuff from. I could kill hogs with my cousins and discuss the virtues of crepe myrtles. Maybe my children would already be. They could hear stories about how their granddaddy was hopping trains and dodging the draft of an unjust war. How many trips to the swamp before I'm healed? But nah, so she said, yeah. She said, don't take the first, don't take the last, and always ask.
Consent culture.
But nah, so she said, yeah. She said, don't take the first, don't take the last, and always ask.
You know, it's kind of wild. And right now, I'm noticing these trees that are, because we're driving parallel to a body of water. So there are like some of these larger trees that have tilted over, maybe because the ground is so soft by the water, and it's formed like these cave-like structures along the edges of the water. And I'm looking at those and I think of a home, you know? Not even, not a home in the sense of who's living in it, but just like a home is a covering.
necessary, I think, to get back out here. To remember, to recall.
The turtle was black, bro.
The turtle was black. The bears were black. The turtles are black. The bears are black. The snakes are black.
The snakes are black.
It's actually necessary, I think, to get back out here. To remember, to recall.
You know, it's kind of wild. And right now, I'm noticing these trees that are, because we're driving parallel to a body of water. So there are like some of these larger trees that have tilted over, maybe because the ground is so soft by the water, and it's formed like these cave-like structures along the edges of the water. And I'm looking at those and I think of a home, you know?
Agency, you have that level of agency. How else might that manifest, right? In terms of new versions of your idea of what it means to be a man, woman, child, you know, adult, elder, you know, living in this place, you know. So I think, you know, with that type of maroonage comes an opportunity for a new conceptualization of what it means to be a human being.
What do you think about gratitude's? You gonna go to the right?
Yeah.
Gratitude's relationship with masculinity.
Nah, you don't want to have to touch this.
Well, look back.
Well, I mean, gratitude is just like more of it. You know what I mean? Like more like appreciation for our fellow human man, our fellow woman. Like, I don't know. I just could imagine with more gratitude, masculinity might look different. What do you think about gratitude? You gonna go to the right?
Yeah.
Gratitude's relationship with masculinity. Well, I mean, gratitude is just like more of it. You know what I mean? Like more like appreciation for our fellow human man, a fellow woman, like, I don't know, I just could imagine with more gratitude, masculinity might look different.
It's just the everything of it. I mean, do you feel like you could even capture this shit?
This is like.
It's not even translating. I mean, I'm just kidding. I know the everything I took, I was like, this shit ain't hitting like it's hitting to be here. It's just the everything of it. I mean, do you feel like you could even capture this shit?
This is like.
It's not even translating. I mean, I'm just kidding. I know the everything I took, I was like, this shit ain't hitting like it's hitting to be here. It's just the everything of it.
I think that we have these commitments to assimilation that go under investigated. And it puts us in really problematic places in relationship to our people. Because like that assimilation has never gotten anything for the community. It's always been done for the sake of exploitation and the benefit of white folks. And so like, I think my whole thing is like, you know, trying to do this humbly, but really pushing people to like reimagine their relationship to language and things that are kind of connotated as black as not, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's very beautiful reasons and a lot of times resistance-based reasons, even to this day, that people have that stuff. All of this stuff it is to control and to dominate. And the faux reason is so that we can understand.
You know, that's one of those masculinity things that I'm working on is like surrendering control.
Well, I don't know. When you said that, I was thinking about trust and like and roles. And like roles not being dependent upon gender, but being dependent upon position. Because like you in the back of the boat, I think you're like impacting where we go more.
Yeah.
But also from my perspective, I got a little bit, I'm closer to like what we're getting into.
Yep.
So then like, you know, the collaboration or cooperation. And I could just imagine that like, if you get caught up in gender roles out here, you can fuck yourself up.
Yeah, I'm hoping this, trying to get inspiration to write this joint about black people choosing the swamps. It's hard for people to feel like they can opt out.
Especially you grow up here. It's like, oh, pine trees, kudzu.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
There's so much more. There's so much more.
I'm trying to get better about recognizing plants and then knowing what to do with them, what I can do with them. I'm interested in people who opt out, thinking about like, yes, enslavement, running away and like disappearing in random places, places that people find like uninhabitable or unlivable or whatever. People been able to do that, not easily, but they'd rather do that than suffer.
I'm like, wetlands are our most, they do so much to help us be resilient. Yeah, it's like they're actually really probably some of the most important places on earth. But somehow we built up around swamps, terrifying, scary, disgusting places. Yeah, so it's like they're actually really probably some of the most important places on earth. But somehow we built up a narrative around swamps being terrifying, scary, disgusting places. It's so much more. 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 I would just bring you back to some of the prompts. You know, around Black boyhood specifically.
That's
And
why
like-
you really kids, yeah.
And opportunities around masculinity. And because like to me, it's almost like, yeah, the world is ending. True. But don't waste, I don't know where I can't remember where I heard this, but it was like never waste a good disaster or something. You know,
Yeah.
with catastrophic change comes catastrophic change. It's changing. 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 So, with that as a given, how do we be like water and flow with it?
Cataclysmic change is like opportunity for rebirth. And so, you know, obviously when you think about boys, you think about human beings being close to birth. And a reimagination of masculinity, black masculinity, whatever you want to say, how dramatically different how potentially different is your relationship to what manhood should be or masculinity should be if this is your landscape? Sets up a different humanity relationship. And if you set up a different humanity relationship, then you're obviously going to set up a different masculinity relationship. Now, I guess, everything you touch, you change.
Because niggas deserve a future, and we will survive this apocalypse too.
Because I don't want to go to
I need
Mars.
this project because of
Because
how
I'm
hard
not a
it is to
partial
be
to this
optimistic
planet.
about
Because I
climate
know
change
we
and our
can save
prospects.
ourselves without losing what makes
Source
us
hope and
ourselves.
spread it.
Because
creating
I'm
a
tired of them
world
dumping the
requires
rich in our
creating a
neighborhoods
world.
and blaming fried
Because
chicken
we've
for
done it
all
before.
of our health issues.
Because I yearn
Because
for
the
connection
trees
to the source.
hunger for free
Because
black
my
breath the
creativity
way we
brings me
hunger
through.
for clean air.
Because destroy and
sloths
rebuild.
And honeybees.
Because
and
we can
rottweilers
and must.
And humpback whales.
Because community
hawks,
belongs in the
and
center.
chickens, and
Because
seahorses,
iteration.
and possums.
Because I feel
And-
things and want to feel more.
and-
Because
there's
this
a
world is
where
ours
artists are
and it is
invited
its
to
own.
all the tables.
Because the
invited
forest
to
is
help
the first
solve
side of our
all
wounds,
the problem.
but can also be the side of our healing.